beautiful. Okay. Back to the reason I'm here. What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title of this video, today I am doing a second April current household. Yes, this is the second one. I did do one, it was probably uploaded like a couple days before this, so if you want to see that, go to my channel, check it out. But this is a new family that I've been playing lately this month, or I guess technically last month, whatever. This is a new family that I've been binge playing. I love them so much. I am obsessed with this family. I do want to explain a few things before I show you the house. So, I did not want to do any money cheats in this house whatsoever, but this family, I don't want to say too much until I explain the family, but it was a family of 5, about to be 6, living in a 3-bedroom house, and they really needed to move, but they couldn't afford a house big enough for them. So what I did was I did the absolute bare minimum. I basically built the walls of this house, and then I did the cheapest doors you could get. I didn't put any windows in, and I did free flooring and free wallpaper, because if you didn't know, there's free flooring and wallpaper available. So I did that, and then I moved them here, and I had them take the furniture from their old home, so they had just enough to live but not enough to really be furnished. And then as they make money, I have been slowly furnishing the house. It is not finished. I will tell you which rooms are finished and which rooms are I haven't even touched, and which rooms I'm almost finished with. So that's the whole thing with the house. And the outside is my last, that's on the bottom of my list. So obviously, as you can see, nothing is done with the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the house really quickly. I do want to say I built this house myself. I am not a builder. I am a terrible builder. But honestly, it's really hard to find good houses in The Sims that are more than a 3-bedroom, unless you build it yourself or you download from the gallery. But for some reason, I don't like to do that. I like to either have pre-built in the world houses or build my own, and it's really hard to find anything more than 3, sometimes 4-bedroom if you do pre-built houses. So this is a 6-bedroom, 4-bathroom house. Like I said, it's not fully finished, but I will get to that in a second. So this, let me actually get closer so this is quicker. So this is the front door right here. We also have an attached garage. I'll do the garage really quickly actually, because it's pretty freaking basic. And outside, all we have is a trash can and a recycling bin and a mailbox. That's literally it. So we actually do have 2 cars, which is nice. We have a little Toyota Prius, which is custom content, and actually it brings your household bills down when you have this car on your lot, so that's been really nice. And then we have the For Everything van, just because we do have a pretty large family. But anyways, you come over here, you walk in the front door. This is gonna be kind of like a mudroom area. I'll put a shoe rack here and a coat rack and just a couple little things, but this is probably the last room of the house, or last portion of the house I'm going to do, because it's the least important. We have some spiral stairs to go up, but I'll get to that in a minute. Oh, this is really cute. This is probably my favorite piece. I have them go to the festival every time a new season comes around and get a family picture done. It's currently summertime, but it's about to be fall, so they're almost in time. It's almost time for another picture, which I'm really excited for, but just shows how the family has grown, and it's really cute, and I really like it. So anyways, you go from there. This is kind of like the hangout area. I want to do a pool table or something to fill this space, but again, we don't have the money for it. We have more important things to decorate right now, so it's empty. And then over here is the living room. This is all the stuff from their old home, so I have not got around to redecorating this, but eventually I will get there. It's just not a top priority right now. And they have a bookshelf because they do read, and these are I don't know, I'd say, I'll explain the family history, but this is pictures from the mom's old life, kind of what I say they are. So I'll explain that in just a second. But we come over here. This is the kitchen / dining room area. There are some Sims standing here. I was just about to call them to eat their family dinner together, but this room is actually finished. I really like it. The kitchen is really cute. It's got a dining room, a little calendar there, and a toddler chair. We don't currently have any toddlers, but we will have a toddler very, very soon, and more to come, as I'm sure you could tell seeing those girls right there, but we'll get to that in a second. This room right here, this is the nursery. It is not decorated at all. Everything in here came from the old house. I have not gotten around to decorating it. It is my next room that I'm going to do, but as you can see, we have 22 simoleons, so don't really have time for that right now. And then there's one more room over here. Oh, my game's freezing. Love that, love that. So this room, I was actually originally going to make it a home office, but I got to thinking, and there was no like guest bathroom or public bathroom. All the other bathrooms you had to go through a bedroom to get to. So I turned this into a bathroom. Pretty basic, pretty cute. All my bathrooms look pretty much the same. You guys would know if you've been around for a while. And none of my Sims, at least at the moment, are in the kind of work that they need an office for, so I figured I'd make it a bathroom instead. So then we'll cross the big house, the big empty living room, and there's two doors right here. One of them, this one right there, just leads to the garage, and then this one right here leads to the master bedroom. It's really basic and simple, but I kind of like that. That's kind of how these people are. And about 90% of this stuff came from the old house, but I'm actually done with this room. I like it basic and simple, and that's kind of just how the parents are. So very basic, very simple. We have an art easel because the mom she's not an artist, but that's kind of what she does in her free time, is paints, because she doesn't really have a lot of free time because she has a lot of kids, but we'll get to that in a second. And then this is the ensuite bath. It is actually really nice. I really like this one. It's the only bathroom that has a separate shower and a tub, which I actually really like that concept. So pretty basic bathroom, and that room is complete as well. And then we'll come over here to the stairs. We'll go up, and this is the upstairs. This is where a majority of the kids' rooms are. This room itself is completely empty except for this. That's the only thing that's in there. I wanted to make this area like a hangout spot. Okay, I don't know why it's glitching like that. I wanted to make this like a hangout spot for the kids, but again, that's not really a top priority right now, so it's empty. And we come over here, we have 4 doors in this hallway, 1, 2 there, and then 2 there. We'll go to this one first. This is the oldest kid's bedroom. His room is actually complete, and he is a writer, so he's got a little desk in here. I do want to update his computer, but again, not a top priority. That'll probably be the very last thing I do. For inside the house, I'll probably do that before I do outside, but for now he's got a computer that works, and that's all that matters. He also has a little bookshelf with a spot to sit and read, his driving certificate, because we did teach him how to drive. That's one thing I also want to do. I want to teach all of my kids how to drive. I typically don't ever get to that. I usually only get like 1 or 2, and then that's it. And then his double bed, because he's only a teenager, but he's almost a young adult. And some posters, and his prom picture. He went to prom alone, and his dresser and stuff, pretty basic. And then there's a door in his room that brings us to a bathroom that he shares with one of his brothers, and this is the boys' bathroom, so it's pretty plain and not much to it, so it's a pretty basic bathroom. And then we come in here. This is another teenage son's room. Honestly, I did not think I was gonna like his room, but his room is probably my favorite out of the kids. He's got a lofted bed with a dresser. It's a poster. I don't know, let's say it's a movie poster, and it's like his favorite movie or something. And then did not realize they put that in there. I definitely need to take that out. That's something that belongs in a kitchen. And that's, I don't know, his favorite video game poster, and a little TV to play some video games at. And we come back out this door, and we're in the hallway, so we'll come over here to these 2 doors. We will go in the first one. This is my other favorite room. I'm actually really obsessed with her room. The only thing that I would personally maybe change is make it big enough for a double bed, because as a teenager it's okay to have a single bed, but I feel like once you're a young adult, even if you're single, you should have a double bed. But anyway, she has this little mannequin thing right here. I did want her to get into like the fashion design, but I was not able to afford the thing quite yet, and again, that's not top priority right now, so she doesn't have it yet. This is her dresser. It's super cute. It's got a bunch of little knickknacks and pictures of I don't know, her and her best friend or something. And then a little shelf with a backpack and a bunch of books. I thought it was super cute and really fit the vibe of her room. And then, you know, her bed, a picture that maybe her mom drew her or something, I don't know. And a desk with this really cute flower, some books. I loved the like covers of the books, and this dream catcher, so cute. I love it so much. And then her driving certificate, because she did learn to drive as well. So we have 2 of the 3 kids that are teenagers do know how to drive, and we're currently working on the 3rd one, which we're getting pretty close. And then in here, this is the bathroom that she shares with one of her siblings. It's kind of small, but because this is like, quote, the girl bathroom, I put a few more things in here, like the hair dryer, the toothbrushes, just a few extra things. And then there's another door right here. This is the kid of the house. This is his room. He's got like his favorite video game poster. He's got a Disney poster, a toy box, the blocks to play with. The only thing missing in this room is a dresser. So once I buy a dresser, this room will be complete as well. And he's got a bed. So yeah, that is the house. And now I'm going to show you the family. And I'm going to show you slightly out of order. I'm going to show you in the order that they kind of appeared. Oh, honey, you look beautiful. So she is pregnant, as you can see, but her jeans, the maternity thing doesn't work with those jeans, so her stomach kind of cuts off, but it's fine. She's going to have the baby tomorrow, I believe, so it really doesn't bother me. But when I started the save, I started with 3 Sims. Chrissy right here, her original last name was actually Chrissy Gardner, and then I started her with the husband. His name was Jake, and then they had a toddler, and that's how I started the family with, and Matt, their oldest child, was the toddler. So basically, the little story behind this family: Chrissy and Jake were high school sweethearts, and they had Matt as teenagers. I'd say they were probably like 16 or something, and when they turned 18, when Chrissy and Jake turned 18, they got married, packed up everything, and moved to Storybrooke County, which is the town that we are in. I really, really love this town. It's like a city, or it's like a small town vibe over here, and then a city vibe over here. I absolutely love that. So Chrissy and Jake kind of packed up all their stuff, and they moved their lives to Storybrooke County when they were just 18 years old. I also love Chrissy. She's probably one of my favorite Sims ever. She's so adorable. She's got like light brown, kind of dirty blonde hair, green eyes. She's just so cute. So her lifetime wish is to raise 5 children from babies to teens. So far she's done 3. She has 5 kids and is currently pregnant with her 6th child. She is an adult, has 21 days, so she's an elder. She's a Virgo, likes kids music, French toast, and the color red. She's a great kisser, family-oriented, a bookworm, light sleeper, and artistic. She's only a level 3 in the education career. Obviously, she hasn't had a lot of time to work. And for her skills, she's a level 2 in advanced technology. Pretty much all of the older Sims have that, because the original place they lived in, it was one of the townhomes, and they didn't have stairs. They had like the Into the Future elevator, so they all pretty much have that, but it's only because of that. Level 4 painting, level 5 cooking. She does have a lot of time to cook because she's home all the time, and a level 3 in handiness. And she was married to Jake, and like I said, they had Matt as teenagers. So this is Matt. He is currently a teenager. He looks so much like Chrissy, it blows my mind. He is so adorable. He does not have a lifetime wish yet, but I think it's going to be the novelist is what I want him to be. So he is a teenager, only has 1 day till he's a young adult. That's freaking crazy. He's gonna be a young adult already. He is a Virgo, likes hip-hop music, egg girls, and the color sea foam. He's flirty, clumsy, good, and artistic, and he's an A student in school. He's a level 3 in all 4 of the music skills, level 5 in writing, and then level 1 advanced technology. So Chrissy and Jake moved here with their toddler son, and they were married. They had a 3-bedroom townhome, which they lived in that place until they moved to this house. So they had a 3-bedroom townhome, and they decided, you know what, I know we're young, but we're married, we have the room, let's try for a second baby. So they tried for baby number 2, and they got pregnant, but before Chrissy even found out, Jake passed away in a tragic, let me show you this way. Here's Jake. He passed away in a very tragic drowning accident, aka I put him in a pool and built walls around it. So Jake was Chrissy's original love, and they would probably still be together to this day if he was alive. So of course we still have his grave here. I know it's kind of like sick, but I kind of want to like have a little family graveyard in their backyard. I don't know, I just think it's cute, and like they can come visit and stuff, so I like that idea. So Jake ended up passing away, and Chrissy got pregnant and had a daughter. They have this little girl named JC right here. She is really cute. I think she looks more like her dad, honestly. She does not have a lifetime wish yet either, but she is a teenager, has 7 days, so she's a young adult. She's a Libra, likes R&B music, crepes, and the color pink. She's rebellious, disciplined, a daredevil, and a light sleeper. She's also an A student in high school. She has the street art skill. That's something I kind of want her to take on because she is rebellious. Level 3 in all the music again, and then advanced technology. And as you can see, she's pregnant, but we'll get to that in just a second. So here Chrissy was a single mom of 2 kids, and by herself for pretty much the first time in her whole life. You know, she had never been without Jake, so she was very desperate for anyone. So she started seeing this guy. His name was Darwin Schwartz, and they moved very, very quickly in their relationship. You know, he moved in right away, but he was just a terrible, sorry, that was my phone. He was just a terrible, terrible person. He didn't help her with the kids at all. At this point in time, Matt was a toddler and JC was a baby, so he didn't help her with the kids at all. He would never cook for her. He wouldn't clean for her. He basically went to work, then went to the club or like the bar or whatever, and then stumbled home really late at night and got in bed with her and repeat. You know, he didn't really help her with anything, but Chrissy kept him around because, you know, she just wanted that company. She wanted someone. So Chrissy really wanted him to change his ways and step up and be a father. So this is terrible, don't do this, girls, it never works out, but she purposely got pregnant with Darwin's child. And when Darwin found out, he freaked out. He disappeared for literally her entire pregnancy, and Chrissy did not see him the whole time she was pregnant with this guy right here. His name is Dom. So Dom's lifetime wish is to be a world-renowned surgeon. I actually think I'm going to change that because the storyline I have for him doesn't really match that. But anyways, he is a teenager, has 14 days till he's a young adult. He's a Scorpio, likes classic music, cobbler, and hot pink. He's a slob, couch potato, virtuoso, and a light sleeper. He's only a C student in high school. He's only been a teenager for like 2 or 3 days, so that's understandable. And he has no skills. So Chrissy purposely got pregnant with Darwin's child. He freaked out, disappeared for her entire pregnancy, and right before Chrissy gave birth to Dom, she actually caught Darwin cheating on her with a man. So he was gay the whole time and was just using Chrissy for a cover-up, which is why he was never really a good person and like a good father, and wasn't really a good match for her because he was gay. So Chrissy freaked out, broke up with him, kicked him out, you know, because he was cheating. Obviously, I would do the same thing. And she had Dom like literally a couple hours later. And after that, she vowed that she was going to focus on herself and her kids and not on a man. And she actually stuck to that for a really, really long time until she met Simon Elliott over here. So Simon is... oh my gosh, his lifetime wish is to be living in the lap of luxury, which is to have have a net worth of 158,000 simoleons. I don't think we're gonna get there in his lifetime, which is terrible to say. But Simon is an elder. He is 96 days old. He's a little bit more than halfway through his elder life. So honestly, I'm thinking we have maybe 7 more sim days with him and then he's gonna die. He is a Scorpio, likes roots music, tofu dogs, and the color violet. He's a social butterfly, neat, nurturing, ambitious, and lucky. He's in the law enforcement career level 3, and he has a level 1 logic, level 1 advanced technology, and basically level 4 handiness. So Chrissy met Simon and it was like instant love. Like, she knew he was the one. She really, really loved him, all of this stuff, but she was really cautious with him, one, because of how Darwin treated her, and also there's a pretty large age gap. I mean, she basically just became an adult and he's halfway through his elder life, so there's a pretty large age gap there, and she was scared of what people would think. But Simon finally convinced her to give him a chance, and he was amazing. He helped her with the kids so much. You know, he was just all around a really, really good guy. He did all of the cleaning for her. He helped her with the kids. He didn't really cook, but that's because at that point Chrissy was the cook of the family. But he helped her so much, and they really fell in love. And they were kind of talking, and Chrissy said, you know, I still want 5 kids. That's still like my dream, to have 5 kids. I know you're older, but do you still want to do that? And he agreed to it. You know, he said, I definitely want to have a family with you. So they planned on getting married and moving before they had any more kids, but they accidentally got pregnant with Corey Elliott right here. He is so cute. He is the oldest child of both Chrissy and Simon. So Corey is such an adorable little bean. He's got his dad's blonde hair and his dad's gray eyes. He does not have a lifetime wish because he's a child. He is an Aries. He has 8 days till he's a teen. He actually literally became a child today. Like, we just aged him up. He likes island life, music, crepes, and the color white. He is neat, a heavy sleeper, and friendly, and obviously a C student because he hasn't gone to school, and no skills because he just became a child. So when Chrissy got pregnant with Corey, it was an accident, obviously. They were still in their tiny 3-bedroom little home, and right after she got pregnant, Simon proposed to her. He's like, you know, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I was just waiting for the right moment, and this is the right moment. You know, you're carrying my child. Let's do this. So they got engaged, and all throughout her pregnancy saved as much money as they can, and that's when they moved into this house. So yeah, they moved into this house, like, actually I moved them into this house, and as they were traveling here from their old house is when Chrissy went into labor with Corey. Yeah. So after they had Corey, they had a little private kind of shotgun wedding, eloped, whatever you want to call it. And the reason for that being, Simon was a lot older, of course, like I've said, and he really didn't want to do the whole big wedding. And Chrissy had already been married, you know, this was her second wedding, and she didn't want to make a big deal of it. And also, they had just moved and had a baby, so they really didn't have any money. So they had a little quick shotgun wedding, and Matt and JC actually kept their biological father's last name. JC was never alive to meet him. However, she was already a child by the time Simon was really prominent in her life. So she just felt right keeping her father's last name. Plus, you know, once she gets married, she's going to take her husband's last name anyways. And Dom, even though he is not Simon's biological child, Simon is the only father that Dom ever knew. And Dom actually never met his biological father, Darwin. They have never met. They've never had any interaction, like nothing. So Dom did take Simon's last name, but Matt and JC kept their father's last name. So after they got married, they kind of discussed when they wanted to have their last kid, and they agreed that they were going to wait until they had, you know, till they had the whole house furnished. Obviously that didn't happen. They ended up accidentally getting pregnant again, and they had their second child together, Miss Annie Elliott. She is so adorable. She is a Cancer, only has 1 day till she's a toddler, so she's basically a toddler. She likes kids music, vegetarian, dim sum, and the color yellow. She loves the heat and is a light sleeper. No job and no skills, of course, because she's a baby. And right after Annie was born, they got accidentally pregnant again. Obviously, I had them try for a baby, but the storyline, it's an accident, okay? So she's currently pregnant with her 6th and final kid. There will be no more. So yeah, that's kind of Chrissy's story. I do want to explain a few things with the teenagers. Also with the room situation, it all just kind of depends on what the gender of this baby is. So no matter what, as long as a child is in a crib, they are going to stay in this room. As long as her kids are in the like crib age, baby and toddler, they're going to be in this room. But depending on the gender of the baby that Chrissy is currently carrying is how the room situation is going to go. So if it's a girl, Annie and the new baby are just going to share this room until one of the other rooms upstairs opens up. If it's a boy, I will probably have Dom and Corey share a room because they're the same gender that's closest in age. Yeah, they're like the same gender that's closest in age, so they'll probably share a room, but they will get to share this room down here because this is the biggest room. So the room situation all kind of depends on what the gender of the next baby is. So now I kind of want to explain my what I see for the teenagers in the future. I don't really make a plan for my Sims until they're teenagers, just because as a kid I wouldn't really know what to do with them, you know? So Matt over here, he is almost a young adult really soon. He does not have a girlfriend, however, he has a romantic interest, and they have been romantic interests since prom. So what I'm actually planning on doing with Matt is he is going to stay living at home for a while after he becomes a young adult. I'm going to have him, hold on, getting a phone call. Sorry about that, my boyfriend calls like randomly when he's working. But anyways, he is going to stay living in the house after he becomes a young adult. And the reason for that being, he and his mom have a pretty good relationship, and he knows that Simon's very old. He knows that Simon is going to die soon, and he doesn't want his mom to be alone with a bunch of young children. So he is going to stay until the baby that she's carrying right now, until that baby is a child. For sure, possibly even longer, but for sure until that baby is a child, just to kind of help his mom out and, you know, be a good person. So his romantic interests, Graciela, I'm probably going to change her name to just Gracie because that's too much. When he becomes a young adult, I will have them start dating, but again, they're going to take things really slow. She probably won't move in with us until shortly before Matt is going to move out on his own. And yeah, she's kind of going to be the thing that pushes Matt to move out. She's going to kind of like talk with him and be like, look, I know it's hard for you to see your mom alone like that, but she's been a single mom of 3 kids before. Like, she knows what she's doing, and the kids are older now also. She doesn't really need you. So that's kind of my storyline with Matt. I'm going to do JC last because she's got like the best storyline. And then my storyline with Dom is, he is, as you can see, a slob and a couch potato, and he's a very lazy sim. So he is going to stay here for a little bit after he becomes a young adult as well, but he is not going to have any job. He's not going to go to university. He's basically going to sit in his room and play video games all day long, and that's all he's going to do. And after a few days, Chrissy is going to be sick of it and kind of force him to move out. And what I want him to do after that, I don't know if it'll happen, but I would love for him to reach out to his father, Darwin, and move in with him. So that's kind of my game plan for Dom. So that's why I want to change his lifetime wish, because I don't think that really fits him being a lazy sim. Now on to JC. She has the juiciest storyline that I am so excited to be doing. So as you guys can see, she is pregnant. She actually just found out she was pregnant like a couple sim hours ago. So she is pregnant with this guy named Octavio. That is the father of her child. So her little story, her and Octavio were really, and as you can see, she's being flirty with this guy Sherman, who has a girlfriend. But her and Octavio were really good friends for a very long time. She never had feelings for him as anything more than friendship until he started dating this girl named Cody. Now, after that, Octavio spent way more time with Cody than with JC, and JC started getting jealous, so she was being flirty with him and woohooing with him all the time. And she kind of saw it as like, you know, I won. Like, he picked you, but he's still with me, so I won because he's leaving you for me. So she kind of saw it as an I won situation. But Cody is actually, because Matt knows Cody, Matt's actually friends with Cody. Cody is pregnant with Octavio's baby. We got a little notification that they were expecting a baby together, and when Octavio found that out, he told JC and kind of tried to break things off with her. He's like, look, you know, I love Cody, we're gonna have a family together, me and you can't keep doing this. So JC convinced him to have one little goodbye woohoo together, and she purposely got pregnant with his baby. And she told him, before she even knew she was pregnant, she told him that she was pregnant with his kid, and she expected him to leave Cody for her. And when that didn't happen, she completely cut off contact with Octavio. I mean, they're still considered good friends, but like they're not romantic anymore. And what she is doing is she is going to woohoo with this Sherman guy and then tell him that it's his baby and kind of trick him into a relationship and trick him into staying. So JC definitely has the most juicy little story, and the reason I'm telling you guys what's going to happen in the future is because I know that by the time my May current household comes around and I show you this family again, this is going to be like long and over with. So what my plan is they're going to be together for a little bit. He's not going to move in because Chrissy's not going to allow that, but they'll be together for a little bit, and then eventually Sherman is going to find out that the baby's not actually his, and he's going to leave her, and then JC is going to kind of reevaluate her whole life, and I think that's going to really jumpstart her. Like when Sherman leaves her, it's really going to kind of push her to be a good person, you know, be a good mom, go to school, like she's gonna go to university, she's gonna get a good job for her baby. Like that's really gonna be the push that kind of changes her life. So that's my little story for them, and that's my little family. I mean, not so little because we have 7 people with 2 more on the way, but that's my family. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am so obsessed with them. I have been binge playing them. Like I will literally sit down and play this family for 5 hours straight. Like it's insane. I love them so much. I hope you guys do too. There will definitely, without a doubt, be this family in my May current household for you guys to see, which I'm really, really excited for. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you give the video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to leave me a comment because I absolutely love reading your guys' comments. It's one of my favorite things. And subscribe if you have not already because it's super easy for you guys to do, and it would also mean the world to me. And I will see all of your lovely faces in my next video. Bye guys.